Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where the last 2 years, a group of friends from coast to now Gold Coast have done their absolute best to get lost in dungeons and run away from dragons. I forgot to turn that off. Give me 1 second. Okay, as I was saying, as always, I am your host and ever-loving universe DMD, Dave, and these warriors of the dice beside me are not only my players, but my good friends. Guys, you already know what to do. Give some love to the trippers out there, would you?
Hi, y'all.
Love to the trippers.
Howdy doody.
So, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about tonight to get us started. So, first and foremost, guys, thank you so much for the level 3 hype train. Y'all are fantastic. Thank you so much for the continued support. Love all of your faces very, very much. But with that said, we've got a whole bunch of things happening tonight. We've got Jess disappearing occasionally. It's really weird. It might happen a couple times. Oksana is now a ghost, apparently. Spoilers. Oh. So we've got a couple things. First and foremost, we do have our dice giveaway happening tonight. Official CC dice, ladies and gentlemen. And I know it seems really small in the little box there, so hey, why don't I blow that up for you? Give me 1 second here, folks. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. I do too. Fantastic. Look at this. Boom. Transition. Almost like I was professional. Oh God, I lost the music. It's fine. I turned it back on. Look at those beautiful dice, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the Golden CC Year 2 dice. We are giving that set away, so go ahead and use !roll down in chat right now to be entered. The only caveat is you must be following us in order to win. So if you're not already following us, hit that follow button because it's oh so helpful. Dag, you can't win. You're not allowed to win. You're on the show now.
Oh my God!
If Dag wins, don't worry. I'll make an extra set just for you guys. Yes, so...
I wanted to see if it would work.
Well, I think it did work. It absolutely works. Congratulations, Dag. Okay, so with that said, yes, those are the dice. They're fantastic. Crimson, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Love your face. And with that said, I'm now going to turn it over to our lovely CC CEO, Reyna, to do a little bit of talking for us.
Oh boy. All right. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about tonight is, guess what? The merch that Bobby and I, well, mostly Bobby, I just sort of picked on him the whole time, and you all worked together on, is now available in our merch shop. The link should be in our chat.
Oh yeah, Crimson's got it. Don't you worry about that.
Crimson has
Work,
it.
Crim.
This is why he is our mod, because he has a handle on things that we definitely do not. So what is crazy about this is that I told you all we were launching it today when we went live, and I thought, you know what, I'll just do it 24 hours. I'll launch it quietly, right, 24 hours in advance before we went live, thinking, because sometimes they hold things, whatever, just making sure it's good to go. And some of y'all went online last night and already bought merch. You're all crazy. You're all crazy. Thank you to everybody who bought your shirts and mugs and stickers. That's amazing. If you haven't seen them, there's also like a little rotational picture in our like I don't know which side, stat block thingy that's happening tonight. Yay! Also, all of our regular merch is there too. So if you're not looking for, you know, Grumpy Owlbear merch, you can just get a Careful Cantrip shirt too. That's there too. Okay, so now, as you all know, it is our 2-year anniversary, which is super exciting. And there's also a kudo board. There's so many announcements. I'm so sorry. I'm getting through them all. There's a kudo board. Go to it. Send us a love letter. I don't know. Send us a video note. Link your favorite clip from the last 2 years of your life watching Careful Cantrip. And tomorrow, Bobby and I will be going through our entire kudo board live on stream with you all, so we can have some reactions. I also heard that there are messages there from previous cast members. Okay, anyways, the kudo board link is in our Discord. Also, maybe it's in our Twitch chat because Crimson is brilliant and he seems to anticipate our every needs.
Yep, he already posted it.
Okay. Crimson, gold star, man. Okay. All right. So I wanted to take a few seconds to talk about our 2 years. I have a few thank yous to say. I know, boo. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna start with the caveat. There are so many people that we could thank, but the Oscar Academy music is gonna start playing and like drag me off the candy cane.
I'm just gonna cut to intro. It's fine.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So first of all, to the original crew who raised their swords and said yes when I suspiciously dragged you all into this wonderful world of streaming. Thank you.
Blackmailed us.
Yeah.
Blackmailed you all.
I want those pictures back, by the way.
Swiss Dave, thank you for always lending your ear to me. Rob, thank you for being the person I can bore endlessly with our stream statistics. Jess, thank you for helping me so much on this entire project. Dee and Chris, although you aren't with us for season 2, your spirits and charisma will never be forgotten. They're always with us. And also your puns. To
They
DM
died?
Dave.
No, they did not.
Spirits are with us.
No, they're
realized
alive
the stream
and
was
well.
open.
Hell, I
It's a
just
haunted
talked
stream.
to them today. They're
Some people have
totally
scuff
fine.
streams. We have haunted streams.
Jesus
Driving.
Christ. Okay. To DM Dave, my husband, and also my DM, you are magnificent, and we could not have gotten through this without you. Your storytelling is captivating, hilarious, and heartfelt. You're the best DM ever. # not biased. To our first edition, Bobby, thank you for all your hard work, the endless meetings that I have with you, and also keeping me grounded by bullying me. Also, thank you for gifting your art talents to us. Dag, our newest member, thank you for pushing us to be better role players and for showing me what work ethic means and for being a true friend. To all the countless creators that we've worked with over the last 2 years, to the ones who took a chance on us when we had like 0 followers, it was just us following ourselves. And to now, thank you to Dead Aussie Gamer, Robert Hartley, Brandon the DM, and also the Cantrip cast, Mandari, Winter's Tales, Top Down Tabletop, Hops and Dragons, and Legends of Alos. Thank you all for standing by us and helping us out. And to two of our biggest partners and supporters over the last 2 years, Mythra Armory and World Anvil, thank you very much. Now, the fun part. I'd like to thank you, Trippers. Some of you have been with us from the very beginning, and some of you have just joined us today. Nonetheless, thank you all for all your support. We really could not have done any of this without you all. You are our motivation. Thank you for showing us the best of this little corner of the internet. Thank you to our Twitch community, to the 2.3 thousand of you now watching on YouTube. Oh my god, so exciting. You might not be here during our live shows, but we see you on Sundays. I see you in the comments. And to the 16,000 trippers that we now have following us on TikTok, thank you so much. Thank you for banding together and coming on this journey with us. I love everybody here, and we all love you. So here's to 2 years. Cheers.
To 2 years.
2 years! Oh no, my phone's ringing. Okay. And with that, I will shut up and pass the torch to Dave, I guess.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 2 years have passed of you looking at our dumb faces, and we thank you for it. And one day, we'll hit that stop streaming button, and that will be the end.
Jeez.
But
What?
So cheerful.
But
What?
until that day comes, there's only one thing we can do. Players, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trippers, are you ready?
Oh, you bet, brother.
In that case, let's go ahead and jump in to tonight's episode. we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Oh, wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. There's buttons. Perfect.
Buttons.
So, actually, before we get started, Bobby, can you hit him one time because we missed it?
Hit him with it. Hit him with this.
Hit him with it.
This right here.
Hit him with it. They want it. It's just for you trippers.
I think I just woke the puppy up.
That's
Totally worth it. Totally worth
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, when we last left our heroes, finding themselves in the Starhaven Palace, surrounded by Prince Andrew and his court, the party had a pivotal decision to make. Would they accept Andrew's offer for a ride home, safe and sound? Or would they put up a fuss and try and help out those that have been harmed by Captain Ajax and his merry miners? They decided to take the latter, and in doing so, Prince Andrew agreed that he would allow them to go on this journey in order to collect the god's blood for him, defeat Captain Ajax, and bring a certain prosperity to his lands. But in order to do so, to trust them, he required a little something. Something that the party, or at least one of the party members, was very fond of. And in a single moment, using his magic, stole away V's vision. As they left the palace, making their way back to Captain Jed's ship, they had a few short moments to speak with one another about how far they've come thus far, how they've banded together, and they will continue to support one another, even with V now blinded.
Totally sees that she's over it.
I forgot that.
You forgot? It's only the most life-changing thing that's ever happened to me.
I was hoping you were going to say marriage was, but nonetheless.
Okay.
I mean,
I meant to
I mean,
be, all right.
getting sucked into a colliding bag of holdings. I mean, that seemed pretty major.
It's no big deal. That's a typical Sunday around this household. Anywho,
fair.
as the ship finally made its way to Yara, the party saw that directly in the mouth, one of the only openings they could choose from at this location was guarded by a number of Captain Ajax's men. A bit of mining equipment they also found. However, just upon the ridge of the lip, they noticed a small consort of nicely robed individuals, all in white, making it up towards Yara's septum. Jess, where is that? She's learning.
I panicked.
As the party found their way closer and closer, they decided to disguise themselves as some of these strange people of faith, donning themselves in the closest thing to the white robes, aka bed sheets. And with V at a commission, unable to see, they thought it best that Grimoire sit atop her shoulders, acting as a single individual. Finally making their way to the collective, they learned very quickly that these individuals were the guardians of Yara's nostrils, a group known as the Gesundheits. Trying their best to give the allure that they would like to join the faith and enter through the nostril in order to protect Yara. Snotro, the Grand Sniffle, leader of the Gesundheits, gave them a holy quest. He asked them to bring his flock back from a group to the north, known as the Highbrows, who seemed to have drawn the attention of some of their members. Reluctantly, they accepted the mission, seeing how the only way that they could enter, quietly and unseen by Captain Ajax and his men, would be through the nostrils. However, as they made their way north, meeting with the highbrow individuals, V stepped forward, trying to convince them that she was there to bring peace amongst their people. It seemed she did very well, for she showed them a sign and proved herself, potentially, as a prophecy brought forward, known as the Almighty Sinus, as she brought the sign to them. With a group now on their side, the party decided it'd be best to try and mend the bridges on the nose bridge between the Gesundheits and the Highbrows. And so they set forward, back down south, to the Nostrils. God, I love this game. And with that said, our story continues. As you continue to make your way south along the ridge of the nose bridge of Yara, you travel again for roughly 45 minutes, knowing that you're only 15 minutes away from the destination you need to be. Perhaps you take a moment to decide your next course of action.
Excellent suggestion.
All right, so if I understand the plan correctly, we're gonna re-don the robes, get down there, and sort of explain ourselves as to why we had to lie in some elaborate way, and then get them to come back up and make the treaty, which eyebrows seem like they're already on board, right?
Seems like it. Yes.
Not scared of the fact that I'm gonna have to talk to these guys again. To be honest, I don't know how I did it the first time.
Oh, yes, Grimoire. Are we doing the whole reveal thing? Like, are you going back on my shoulders and then we're opening the cloak?
Yeah. I was thinking we'd make a big thing of it. You know, these people seem like they like the theatrics.
Right. All right. I'll leave it to you then, because you'll be my eyes, quite literally. So you just give me a...
Give you a tap.
Yeah. Yes.
This robe. Big ta-da.
Right. Yeah.
What if they perceive this as deception?
Well, it's undoubtedly deception, right? I mean, we lied straight to their faces. But,
We could say it's a test of their faith.
Maybe you should let her do talking.
No,
Right.
I can't talk because I need to lead the other group of people. Grimoire bonded with this group of people.
Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could say that I'm like the eyes of the Sinus, you know, almost like the hand to a king kind of thing. We could use that.
Well,
play that
I think that Grimoire really knows what's gonna happen, and I think he could really make a difference, even if he doesn't necessarily say the right thing. I think that they'll still get along with him no matter what he says, because he's just so darn cute.
Basil, your voice
Thank
is
you, Basil.
still odd.
Are you feeling all right?
Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, I've had a bit of a tickle in my throat for a while now. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to alarm anyone.
You want Oksana to punch it a little?
Oh, if you think
Just
that'll
a
help,
little.
hey,
I don't know.
Hey, Oxy, do you think you can give us a rap to the face?
Just a little gentle throat punch. Stand still.
It tends to. I watched a punch a guy in the throat once, and he sounded so deep afterwards, like coming straight from his gut.
I can
And
offer
she
you
wants-
goodberry.
Oh my god.
Would you like a goodberry? Maybe this will help. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Or
no,
a
I'll
throat
try one.
punch. It's up to you.
Oh, well, you know, I just trust Grimoire so much, and if he thinks a throat punch is just what I need, then you know what? Gosh darn it, you know, let's try it out. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Not too
So
hard,
many-
Oxy. He's a frail man.
yes.
I guess I'll attempt a gentle throat punch.
Okay.
What the fuck is that?
Go ahead and make an attack
Um,
roll. Unarmed strike. Please not
Okay.
20. Please not 20. Please not 20.
Unarmed strike. Oh my god, thank god. It almost landed on the 20.
Oh.
It's a 7 to hit. It was so close. It's a 7 to hit.
He moved.
I mean, I'm not dodging.
Oh, you're not dodging? Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, just roll some damage. Go ahead and roll a d4 for me and add your strength modifier to it.
That's 4.
With your strength modifier added to it?
Plus the strength modifier? Jesus Christ. Plus strength, that's going to be 7.
Okay.
My God.
As
That's a lot.
I've been beaten
Need
half
to
to
do
death.
damage.
All right. As this crunch is heard when Basil gets hit in the throat, you kind of hear this like sort of wet sound, and then this bulge appears in his neck as it crawls up his mouth, and then out of his jaw, this like tiny little larva with like purple tendrils sort of falls out of his mouth, and it just sort of goes arsh, arsh, and it slithers away, and Basil's like, what the actual fuck was that? Oh my god!
That
It
weirdly
worked.
You not hear me
explains a
screaming?
lot.
I've been trying to get your attention for days.
You certainly had our attention. Our consent
Thank you,
more than
Oksana.
anything, though.
Oh my god!
Glad I could help.
I don't know why it tastes like coconut.
All right, so
Need help?
Basil, I'm glad that you are not weird anymore, and Greenor, are we ready with this plan?
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'm gonna be, but I guess we should have a backup plan, and my vote is for scramble into the cave as fast as we can.
Sounds good.
Things go south, you know.
I just
We'll be.
somebody needs to guide me there. That's all. Just don't leave me behind,
I'll be
please.
right on your shoulders, just like last time.
Well, no, you're getting off my shoulders, right? We're going.
Right.
Ha
Oh, you mean when we go to work?
Surprise.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Right. Yes.
Well, let's get to it.
Just tell them the truth. Let them know that an alliance needs to be formed because there's an invader upon their goddess.
Yeah, we'll keep them on the straight and narrow about the main issue for sure.
No more lies.
A little lie. Maybe a
Yeah,
little.
that always works out great for us.
Well, you said
This whole thing is a lie, Sicarius. None of us are the
No,
leaders.
let's
of
try
these-
and unite everybody now, so that way we have allies when we try to cleanse this place.
well, sometimes a lie is used for the greater good of you. She's not the Sinus or whatever this thing is, but if it reaches
I don't
bridges
care
this
about
gap,
that. I mean, the story about uniting, that's what we need to focus on.
But
Sure.
Right.
what exactly are we using as the motivator for this united front?
well, they all want the miners out of this, out
They're
of the body.
desecrating-
They
They're mining, they're defouling this place, their home.
this is like their
So
holy
weird.
land.
So are we interposing ourselves as someone who will get rid of the miners,
Yes.
or are we? But in that case, wouldn't the same common goal that they would have no longer be there? If we were to get rid of the miners, that is.
Well, we
They're
would
gonna
think of
help us.
having them help.
Well, yes. Essentially, there's a lot of miners, so we all work together, and then we kick the miners out, and hopefully, through working together, they realize that they are actually quite a trifecta, as opposed to working better separately.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm in, and I mean, I know that was kind of clear beforehand from the little worm thing, but in terms of obviously the negotiation and the like, there are a few things that we could maybe do to exacerbate the situation in terms of how dangerous the miners are. As you guys know, I have various illusions and the like. I can obviously conjure a few things to maybe rile up some of the people if they find themselves lacking in motivation. Of course, leaving the negotiations to your fine selves, just as an option, should it be required.
I trust your judgment. If it seems like they need a little extra push, they go for it, you know. It's good to have you back and not so weird. All right, I'm ready to go now.
There were a few moments where I had blackout moments, and I'm really hoping that none of that comes to bear a repercussion later on in the adventure.
It's not foreboding. All right.
Gun on the mantelpiece. Check.
So shall we head out?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Start walking.
Grimo, where are you? Get on my shoulders.
As you do that, you just feel like you just jump and just land straight onto your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Huzzah! Onward to glory.
Donning your makeshift robes once more, you begin to travel due south once more. As you do, looking out into the starscape, you take a moment to reflect the little bit of calm you have before the potential storm that you could be facing shortly. Spending the rest of the time, you walk back down towards the septum. Watching you, Jess. Only to find the Gesundheits still in their holy lands, praying to the nostrils of Yara.
Greetings. Greetings, everyone. We have returned, as you can see, from our pilgrimage upward over yonder. Do I have their attention?
As you speak loudly, many of the heads turn towards you, breaking away from the conversations and groupings that they've come to. You can now see the Grand Sniffle, Sinatra, begin to make your way, very majestically, gracefully, almost like he doesn't step at all towards your group. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. Please tell us, your trip to the north. Were you able to convince them? See the error of their ways?
Yeah. Listen, so we have a bit of a confession to make. And he'll tap
Oh God.
Behold.
Gasps around the entire crowd. There are 2 people in there.
Yes, this is true. I apologize for my duplicity. However, it was incredibly important. Look now to the caves in front of you. There are 2 nostrils. Just so, there must also be 2 groups unified with a common goal. Definitely not grasping his straws here.
While your deception is uneasing, newest followers, I believe I understand what you are saying. That like 2 nostrils, there is always 2 sides to every coin. That where one sucks in, the other might blow out.
That is exactly what I am saying, yes. And so, we must reunite with your brothers of old to defeat this common foe. He looks at Scaris. To this common foe who encroaches upon these holy lands, and only together, as one collective, can we achieve the goals of your people. What do you think?
Your deception to us prior, well, uneases us.
Naturally.
We are not used to change. But regardless of your size and the large ears you have for hearing,
Bring those into
we will make our decision. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check for me. Also, you've just been granted advantage.
Hell
Nice.
Sweet.
yeah. Thanks, Red. Oh, thank God. Okay. That was a nat 1 and an 18 for a total of 19.
19.
Nice.
Okay. The Gazoontites gather around each other, creating a small circle with the Grand Sniffle in the center. You can hear them discussing intently as you wait outside. Some time passes before the congregation breaks apart once more. Small one.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, typically we would not listen to a deceptor towards our flock. Your words ring true in many of our ears. But how are we to know that we can trust those who've taken us away?
That is a fair question, and I only feel that the look, he like peers over at Sicarius again real quick. That well, that the great Sinus herself.
Yeah.
The gasps once again fall across the crowd.
Can assure you with her word alone.
You speak of the great prophet known as the Sinus.
Take it away, Sinus.
Thank you for
And he
your
does like this.
introduction.
He does like this, like down. He like backs away and gets behind Oksana.
Thank you for your introduction. Yes, I am the Sinus prophesied to come to you today and unite everyone under one common goal. You must trust in me. I know you see this as a deception, but it was merely a test of your faith, and you have passed. Please follow in our words. They are true.
Strange. I thought you would be taller.
She gets that a lot.
But if what the small one says is true, and you are the one to lead us, to recovet this holy lands, from Nostril to the tribes of the Buttcrackian. We believe in faith here. And so we put our faith toward you, Sinus. If you are to lead us, we will follow.
Fantastic. All right. Now, are we meeting everybody on the bridge again?
We
Yes.
need to meet at the bridge.
All right. You must
Lead them to the
follow
bridge.
us. What did you say, Sicarius?
I said lead them to the bridge so they can see that the highbrow have already joined you.
All right. You must follow us now, my new friends and disciples, to the bridge where we shall unite together as one.
But answer this for me, Sinus, great one, in all your wisdom. What will we do when we meet with the highbrows once more?
Well, we will make peace. After peace has been made, we will find the miners. And we will have them leave this place so that you can once be free again of what troubles you. And they will help you achieve this goal as you will help them achieve this goal.
We understand. First to peace, and then to war.
Yes.
Lead us forward, dear Sinus.
All right, and we will.
As we have to lead her.
Go for Greenmore.
Greenmore jumps on your back again. Onward to the bridge.
As Greenmore begins to more or less drive V towards the bridge, she stumbles back and forth, holding her hands out. You watch as the Gesundheits mimic this entirely, as they kind of balance themselves along the way, following behind like that of lemmings.
What time of day is it right now?
There isn't really a
Sinus is
time of day in the Astral Sea, but generally it would be roughly about noon.
Do we know if they can fight at all, or are we just...
We may not need to have them fight at all. Just sheer number of the entire colonies uniting could probably drive them off.
We also have to keep in mind that most of the miners do not want to be here either.
Well,
They're
then
held here.
maybe we should also make it very known that the miners themselves are not the enemies, their captors are.
Yes, that is not clear.
I feel like we did mention it to at least one of the two groups, but I can't remember which one.
We can mention
We'll give
it to
them another.
both.
We'll tell them again before we head into the thing.
Yes. Do you think we need to find the Buttcrackians as they keep referencing?
It's better to have united of the entire body.
Yeah, they got a long trek to make, man. I don't know.
That's true. Where are the miners? They're in the. Are they in the
mouth,
abdomen?
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, the mouth. Oh, okay. Totally wrong. Okay.
So we're
So-
here, and they're here, and we got to go there.
Right. The
And then come
Buttcrackians.
up, and then
They are a little far. It did take us like a day to get up the nose, right? Or hours?
No,
Took
it
us
an hour.
It took an
It
hour.
took an hour.
Three hours, I think.
It could be a long time to trek to the Buttcrackians and then back up again.
so what? There's 25 so here, and then we had 30 up north.
Sicarius, go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Survival.
We have a temptation dice that I'm sure
You do have a
You're walking
temptation
the
dice.
wrong way.
Dave would love to tell you about, make you aware of.
Does that mean at advantage?
It's
No.
a
It's
D6.
a D6.
Oh,
yeah.
D6. All right, I'll roll that D6 and
Okay.
survival +0. So, well, that's not bad. 18 and a 4. So what's that? 22.
Sorry, you said 22?
Yep.
Just write this down quickly. Sicarius.
Mm-mm.
Having been trained in not only warfare, you've had to pick up certain traits along the way. Navigation being one of them. You would know that just based on the landscape, the distance from what you know of what Yara is, it would take you roughly 2 weeks to get down to the Buttcrackians.
So that's 2 weeks down there. So, well, 'cause I relay this to the rest of the group. Well, actually, from where we're at, It may take almost 4 weeks round trip, 2 weeks down and 2 weeks back. So we can either make that decision to take our time, or we go with what we got.
Well, I mean, guys,
Have this.
just want to say something real quick. Is that
Oh, Jed, I forgot you were there. Oh my goodness.
you always forget I'm here.
You've been so quiet.
You can't even see.
Or we can get on the boat.
I mean, we could get on the
sail
boat.
down.
But I'm saying, last time we were at a god's, dead body, we did find another way in that I feel might be a little bit closer to where the Buttcrackians are. Just saying.
Oh my god.
I want to run into another scary thing down there.
Yeah. We definitely don't want to run into any kind of shitty circumstance while we're down there. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Thank you, Jed. Enlightening as always. Anyway,
But Jed, would your boat be able to hold multiple people, as many as we may be anticipating?
I mean, how much is that?
I don't know. We got, unless we leave these people here and we go pick up the others, we don't know how big their tribe is.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to tell me that there's an infinite amount of people that could possibly be down there, then no, my boat can't take that many people. See how big
How many
it is?
can you hold?
I don't know, like 50, maybe, altogether.
Well, if we could take 50 more, that'll give us roughly around 100 extra souls.
Souls? To do what?
To help cleanse this place. They're people or whatever. Souls,
I mean, might I make a little suggestion beforehand? Might be a good idea. I'm just saying. I'm throwing this out there. Might want to, check if there's a way of communicating with the rest of the tribes, or is there like a protocol behind this? Why aren't you guys thinking about this?
well, I was thinking about it.
I know you were, Greenmore. I knew
look,
we were testing the others.
I was thinking we could just send word to the Buttcrackians and say, don't let anyone leave through that side. That way nobody can actually escape without us knowing about it, right? If we have the point of entry here, there's only one other place they can leave.
Yeah, they just disappear like a
Yeah.
fart in the wind.
Well, that isn't. You have a way with words.
All right. Let's ask then. Grimo, do you want to ask your new people?
Oh no, they're your people now.
They're following you now.
They're my people now. Oh, all right. V will turn around what feels like 90 degrees.
Perfect.
Or 180, sorry.
Perfect.
Excuse me, is there anyone there that has means of contacting the Buttcrackians?
As V stares off into the distance, the Great Sniffle looks back. Is she talking to us? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Of course, she's
How do
Yes.
you guys communicate amongst your tribes?
Well, there is a few ways. You would have to go inside in order to communicate with the others. Or, alternatively, we could light a few pyres and in hopes that some might see.
What would
What
you
is-
do?
What is your relationship with the Buttcrackians?
Yes. Explain.
There are many tribes that reside on Yara. We've all built a life here. Some faith, some just trying to live their lives. Using the insides of Yara, we've used her tunnels to seek out many. Before the miners came, there was no contentment here. This was a land of peace. And so, if we were to reach out and try and unite the clans once more, I believe that we might be able to find that peace once more.
Can we reach out to them all at once? Like a distress signal? Something of this kind.
There is a central place within Yara where signals would flow from one to another, like a giant trail throughout the entire body.
Right?
If we can find our way there, then perhaps, as a collective, we might be able to unite the tribes of Yara once more.
Where is this place?
Well, where other than the heart itself?
Thank God.
Aw.
Weird, you were gonna say something weird like the pancreas or something.
Can we head there? Is it a difficult road?
Well, not in general times. However, with the invaders here, these foreign bodies that invade Yara, there's no telling what dangers could lie ahead.
Do you know how many miners there are exactly? Or maybe not exactly. 50? 100? 1,000?
But are we fighting the miners, or are we fighting the people who are controlling the miners and keeping them here?
We are not. Okay, we'll take a moment to clarify. We are not fighting the miners. It may be news to you that the miners are here not of their own will. They wish to leave. So we must fight the people that control them. But still, out of curiosity, because we would be helping some of those miners escape, do you know how many there are approximately?
Throughout all of Yara, sadly, no.
Can't even ballpark it? Like 50 or 1 million? Or you've just never seen any?
Have you ever been to a city of this size, Sinus?
Yes.
Then you yourself would know a best estimate of its populace.
Of course. I was just testing you.
The miners
He's
have
really
been
good at
here.
the test.
The miners have been here for roughly 5 years now.
Cool.
Some come, some go. Ships. Out on the horizons, always passing through.
Why don't we just go check it out instead of standing around?
Well, we still gotta
Walking.
unite
Well,
the
we gotta
two.
get to the highbrow. They're just sitting there waiting.
Right.
Then combined, we go down to the heart and send a message to the rest of the tribes to see if they will unite against this common foe.
Let's do
Well,
it.
if I might, I think moving the whole army to the nose, to the bridge, and then to the heart, and then to the mouth, it might not necessarily be the best battle plan. What might be better is for us, after we collect on the nose and unite the tribes, is have them prepare for war while we perhaps go and send the signal. And that way, from the highbrow, an attack on the mouth could then be flanked by the people of the Butkrakian if they want to assist. It'd give them the better chance and time to prepare rather than having them move to unfamiliar territory and then launch an assault all in one big heap, if that makes sense.
This will leave us alone on the road to the heart, no? Perhaps we
It
will
might
be
be easy-
outnumbered.
But it might be easier to go unnoticed.
Looking at the highbrow, or remembering about the highbrow and looking at these nostril people, do they look like warriors?
They look more akin to common folk than anything else. based on the information that the Gesundheits have just told you, they are a peaceful people. That the invaders of Yara have shown force along the way.
My only concern with separating everything is that it may be, we don't really know what we're up against yet. So being separate, if they decide to go at the wrong times, they'll be easily taken out. Divide and conquer.
We might
Together, we show a stronger force.
we might need to send a scouting party just to understand what we're up against.
That is true.
I simply am wary about not necessarily alerting our enemies to a large amassing army before we're ready to strike. But again, I'm not the warrior here, Sicarius, and I would definitely defer to your expertise on the matter.
Well,
No pressure.
No. Well, we do need. It would be nice
That's how
to know
pathology
exactly what we're up against, though, too. But the fact is that we're uniting peaceful clans that aren't really designed to fight. Hence why they sent us to take care of their problem, but unfortunately for them, we actually reunited them. So now they have a common enemy. We're going to help them fight this off, and then that way they can defend themselves later. I just don't know if the dividing is the best course of action, considering if they're found out that they're coming together, then who knows what could happen to them. Like Tristan said, we need to send somebody to check them out and get some actual numbers of what we're up against.
Can we trust them with that task, though?
Well, I'm sure they're quite familiar that there's already clans around this place anyway. So having a few people going around, I don't think would cause too much suspicion.
I imagine it might be more of a territory thing than anything.
Do they
Right.
understand the difference between the miners and the masters? Because that's what we need to find out.
He will turn and say, "Have you noticed a difference between two different types of people? There are the miners, and as we have said, there are people who control them. Have you noticed a divide, or do they all seem the same to you?"
We have only seen parts of these people in travel. We do not enter into Yara, for that would be against our faith. We are simply guardians of the nostrils.
Oh,
Well, if they cannot go in, then how will they help us fight?
yes, this is quite.
Well, it's
Very
under different
large.
circumstances now that we the Sinus has prophesied,
Yeah.
right? That we are now meant to enter and take care of this atrocity.
Right, would you be willing to follow me there? If I told you it was our destiny.
Well, as the great prophecy says, the Sinus will unite the brows with the Gesundheits once more. And so if you are to lead us, then we will follow.
Very good.
Problem solved.
All right. So is
In the
that our
meantime,
plan?
actually, I need two of your bravest. Speaking to the leader of the group.
Two of our bravest.
Yes.
Fleck. Hick. Come here.
No, okay.
Our most capable and most fearless. Do with them as you will.
Pick and flick. You're needed for a most urgent mission. All right. We need you to go check out the mouth. and meet us back at the nostrils. Report roughly how many people you see, whether or not you can make the difference between the slaves and the slavers, and any other obscurities that you might find. Understood? So says the Sinus.
This is true.
Without a word, Pick and Flick just bow their heads cordially before they make their way back south. You watch as they travel for roughly 15 minutes before they disappear on the horizon entirely.
Great. All right, so that's taken care of. Time frame, I assume they'll probably meet us back at the nostrils about the time we're getting there.
So we basically sent 2 commoners into enemy territories
Yep,
and asked
pretty
them
much.
to do a recon mission.
That is correct. I
And
mean,
Tristan will step away from the group.
all right. Well,
Oh, so moody. Listen, and V will sort of say quieter. She doesn't know where everyone is, but she'll say quieter. I'm growing concerned that there is a reason that they were not supposed to go there, and I'm concerned that we are leading all these people who do not know how to fight to their death.
It's possibility.
it's kind of bumming
We
me
will
out
not
to think
know
about.
until we try.
That's
Look,
glad
I
you
mean,
know the morals of this group. Fantastic.
Listen,
All right.
listen. We will go check it out. If it seems too dangerous, we will stop. It's that simple.
I mean, you saw what the last one looked like, right? The last time we went into one of these bodies, everybody was
Yes.
dead. I mean, that's what's on the line here. I think
But
it's well within,
They
what's
do
necessary.
nothing, they will find themselves with the same fate.
Exactly. That's all I'm
Better
trying
to die
say.
with
I
the
know
sword
it's
in
not
hand
ideal.
than to die cowered in the corner.
All right.
Because eventually they're gonna mine this place till it's bone dry.
yes, we have common enemy. It is in their best interest to work with us. We should proceed.
All right.
Yeah, and he'll kick his leg into her shoulder.
Like, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Grimo, do you have to kick me?
I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna. You have a different sense of humor.
You travel for a short time before you find yourself once again close to the bridge of the nose itself. Standing directly atop the brow, you see a number of individuals now standing out front. Pillows of smoke just behind them. You immediately recognize the highbrow standing front and center. As you grow closer and closer, you get to about 30 feet between the two clans before the great sniffle stops and the highbrow moves forward.
Here we go.
We will. Oh, she doesn't know. Grimo, make sure that we are standing in between them.
Sure thing. Okay, about 10 feet forward, and then you want to snap a right angle 90 degrees.
All right. We will do that. My friends, we have come here today on a momentous occasion. We will unite as one. The brows and the nostrils. By me, the sinus. Put your trust in me. I hate you, Dave, for making us do it.
It's true. We must both wipe our noses and our brows of these differences that have split us up for a time. I think we're doing great.
The highbrow begins to make his way forward, as does the great sniffle. meeting directly by your side. If the great Sinus tells us that it is time, that after all these many long years, with those that would invade and desecrate Yara, if it is our time for the tribes to unite once more, I offer you my hand as he reaches out towards the highbrow. The highbrow, looking very stoic, hands crossed, looks to you, Sinus, and then to the great Sniffle, and gives a little bit of a smirk before reaching his hand out. If we must fight together, then we fight together, as they grasp hands once more. The rest of their companions now reuniting once more. A plethora of white robes and individuals stand amongst themselves. Cheers, hugs, coming together once more as one group. You allow a few moments to pass as
Oksana's crying.
Oksana cries.
Small tear.
Single tear.
Yes.
You allow for the celebration of the union to transpire for a short period of time before the great Sniffle and the highbrow now look to you, the Sinus. So what is our plan then?
It is a dangerous one. But you will follow us. After we hear word from the scout first. We need to make sure we sent other people out to give us a heads up, essentially. Heads up. Okay.
Trying to set more property.
Sorry, I'm so used. I thought. All right. Yes, you will follow us. What is important is that we are uniting and freeing the people the miners who do not want to be here. So it is important to try your best to make a distinction between who is a miner and who is their captor. Hopefully it will become clear to us. If it becomes clear to me, I will let you all know. Once we are there, once we hear what is happening there, we will go together, hand in hand, if you wish. And we will free the miners from this region and from your region, to give you back your lands.
Brothers and sisters, once again reunited, the two nostrils have met as one once more. Our eyes opened, our canals clear. Our senses have been brought to us once more. Shall we wait? Just wait here? Is that the plan, Sinus?
For now, we're waiting.
We gotta go. We're meeting the
What?
scouts
We're
at the
taking
nostrils.
them?
We're meeting the scouts at the nostrils.
Oh.
Yeah.
Follow me. 3 more. 3 more.
Right. Let's turn right and then just walk forward.
Oh, everyone prepare yourself. You never know what horrors may lay around the corner. So do not leave your weapons here. Take all that you need with you to survive. And that is it.
So saith the science.
V, make a persuasion check for me, please.
The whole reason we picked you. Let's go.
Wow. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's ridiculous.
22.
22.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bout of cheers break out amongst the people as they begin to start collecting their things and start making their way behind you, back down south. Traveling once more, you eventually make your way back down to the nostrils, where a few people begin to set up small camps lighting small fires, creating makeshift tents. Some time passes before you hear one of the Gesundheits call out. A figure on the horizon approaches.
Grimo, who is it?
Let me take a look over to see if he can make it out, I guess. With my excellent eyesight.
I'll peer over, take a look.
Thank you.
As you peer over, you do see a single individual making their way back. Their white robes now dirty and tattered. As they get closer and closer, Greenmore, you would recognize this as Pick. A number of the other Gesundheits rush toward him as he seems to be not so steady on his feet anymore. Picking him up and bringing him over to the group. The Great Sniffle rushes over to his side. What is it, Pick? Where is Flick?
Got flicked off.
Pick begins to describe the scenario. It seems that they were not so skilled in the ways of scouting. That Flick had in fact been taken by the miners. He explains that there was neither any difference between friend or foe, as all individuals there were hostile towards them. He says
Shit.
he needed to get out of there really quickly. Boogie, if you will.
Oh.
Nope.
Naturally. So everyone was hostile to you, is that correct?
He bows his head in solace once more.
Shit.
Do the miners look dressed like we are, or are they dressed differently?
The miners were dressed in ratty clothes. He explains that they acted in unison. They acted as if under some type of spell.
Oh
Yeah, this sound familiar to you?
no. Mm-hmm.
Does it sound familiar to me?
Does it sound like your Mind Flayer story?
Now that I think about it, it's not that far off.
Things
They
are
were able
much
to do
less
something to their minds. Not sure quite what, but it was almost like they were under their control. As if there was kind of like this hive mind behind it all.
We can only assume that that's what's happening here, right?
Is there a way you can tell where it originates?
Are you talking to me?
Sure, anyone who knows. This mind control. How can we tell where it starts? Where is the original brain that is controlling the other brains?
Oksana, I don't know if you realize this or not yet. These are pretty simple folk that hang out on the face of a god. I don't know if they're going to know some things about mind control.
Yes, but you were talking about mind control from before. Yes, you know something about it? I'm asking you.
I knew the mind flayers. I mean, they had tactics. They had
How
a
can we
hive
locate
mind.
them?
Do they need to be nearby in order to control, or can they do that from far away?
All right, well, this is going to get a little gross. So I just want to prep you for it.
Oh. All right.
I can't wait to hear it.
They had like these little tiny weird bug things.
Like what you ate? Do
Yeah.
it taste like coconut?
They had these
So
little weird
everybody
things.
must have it. They must have a throat punch for everybody.
All right. If that's the plan, we just go in and throat punch people. I'm okay with that.
This sounds.
Oh,
This can't be
None.
the solution. There is no way that the higher ups have decided for us, fate, destiny, whatever it is, that we must go in and throat punch everyone. That cannot be the solution. Please
Well,
tell me it's not.
Listen,
And thus,
it is non-lethal way to solve problem. So we don't need to kill miners. We can do throat punching. The bugs will come out, and then they will no longer be hostile to us. And we can go into the heart and send the signal.
But Basil doesn't seem like he was controlled.
You sure about
He
that?
just seemed weird.
I feel pretty controlled.
I mean, I'm
How do
all
we
for
find it?
Oksana's plan here. I mean, who doesn't need a good throat punch now and again?
I do not. I never want one.
Have you ever been
please.
throat punched before? How do you know you won't love it?
I know what it feels like to be punched. I can apply the knowledge
Yeah,
to
but
other
haven't been
areas of my
throat
body.
punched before.
All right, as interesting as this conversation is,
What the-
we need an actual no shit plan, guys. I'm scared shitless. Look, is it weird that I'm thinking maybe if they're mind controlling people, we might find them in the brain section, cranium section of the body? Or is that just like a fairy tale kind of answer? Is there any kind of like sustenance to that at all?
I think it's possible.
Well, I
At
think
this point, anything is possible.
Yep.
if I recall correctly, there was a thing. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe a brain would be the best way to say it. When we went into the hive of the mind flayers, there was a large thing in like a vat that almost looked kind of brainy. But they were very protective of it. So wherever it is, it's got to be somewhere where you can have easy access to move around real quick and be protected. If that is what we're
What if-
talking about.
Basil, when you had the bug in your throat, do you think you could have coughed it up by yourself? What if we give some kind of illusion or some kind of trickery or something to make them cough, and then they will all cough out the bugs?
Well, it's hard to say. As I said, I was not really entirely control of my faculties, but I feel as though the force of the throat
Okay.
punch was very, very paramount to removal of the dislodgement in my throat.
What if we combine these two plans? We look for hidden king bug thing,
Just
whatever.
punch every throat on the way.
And-
Huh?
If they are in, yes, if they get in the way.
You know, all this talk about throat punching, it's making my throat a little dry. And he cracks open a water jug and pushes it down as he passes it down to the rest.
Can I also take a
I
moment?
needed that.
Can I also take a moment to say that the throat bug was literally just a throwaway gag to explain Dave's stupid
Not
voice the
anymore!
last few
Guess
weeks?
what? Welcome to Cantrip. I'll take your stupid ideas and I'll make them absolutely canon.
this has
my
gone so
God.
serious. I'm like, oh, and I love the references because I'm enjoying everything that's happening right now. I'm just loving it. Amazing. Okay. Perhaps maybe we need to reassess our method of operation. I think all of us, in part, are quite unfamiliar with being where we are, and we are trying to learn as much as we can before we move in order to avoid making mistakes and being reckless. But fear of making mistakes can sometimes find us paralyzed in our decisions. Yes, sure, we've united these people, but we've learned that maybe perhaps they're not the best of allies in this particular situation. We've sent a young man off to their death because we figured that there may be more of use in a field that they were not expertise in.
Is there a plan coming at the end of all this?
Yes, no, there is.
Quite
I
successful.
believe.
We now know a lot more than we knew before.
At what cost, and at what expense? We've done very little to progress in any form against Ajax and his plans. In fact, we if anything, we may possibly have alerted him to the fact that there's now somebody watching over these miners. I think that we need to make a decision, and we need to move as a group towards either finding out the truth and walking into this, or finding a way to basically survive what is to come. If this brain thing is, as Jed mentioned, is a key point of mind control and hive mentalities, then I think the first thing we should just go to the brain and see what's there ourselves, so that we can react and deal with that directly.
Yes, I would prefer that than immediately punching people in the throat. I think it is.
You did not say it was in the brain.
No, but it's mind control. We know that they're mind flayers. All these places that we visited, as Grimoire said, seem to be related to their anatomical location.
But
Yes, and even if it's the wrong
Jen said
location.
it is not. Yes.
Mm.
I think we should just go in to see where they are guarding. This makes most sense.
I think the most important thing to decide right now is, are we going with these guys or not?
We could always, as you were saying before, Basil, split up, send them to the heart to spread the word, while we go to the brain and check it out.
I agree with that. I think it'd be much safer for them as well.
That's assuming they're not in the heart.
We don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Every
Exactly.
motion,
Again, we
anything we
can't
do.
spend all of our
Here's the thing:
time.
if we do
Yeah.
nothing, they eventually lose and die. They do something, that at least they can have at least a fighting chance.
Yes, and we can't allow the unknown to simply
We
paralyze our
can't
decision.
simply just get up and leave because we have to get V's eyesight back.
I mean,
Then
technically-
onward to glory. So says the Sinus.
Wait, they're coming with us? No, they're not coming with us.
No, they're going to the heart,
They're going to go to the
Right.
heart.
which
Send a
is
message out to
the
the other clan,
Sinus's plan and part of the prophecy. Good work, y'all.
and
Right.
we'll go to the brain and see if there's some weird control system up there.
I mean, it's as good a place to start looking as any. As we all may have forgotten, we're also looking for Ajax, so he might be there.
Yeah.
Very true.
All right. We've
Were you going to speak, Remo? Go for it.
no, yeah, this is
No.
your people now. I forgot.
Is it your
Oh,
people?
Grimoire, it's all right. We can share power. That's fine. You can speak.
I don't think that's how they see it. You go ahead.
All right, everybody. Listen, come around. Our new plan is that myself and my closest allies will be going to the brain to try and figure out what is going on with these mind control things. The rest of you, your mission will be to go to the heart and to alert the other tribes of this body. The Buttcrackians and whoever else may exist. Maybe there are feet and ankle people. I do not know. But light the flames and unite everyone you can, because it seems we will need everyone to fight this fight. And if you do not fight, they will eventually take over anyways. So you must fight for yourself and this place together. All right? And we will meet you. Where will we meet them after the brain?
Perhaps
Pick a
wait
place.
for perhaps
What?
if they unite, they can wait for a signal to attack the mouth.
Just don't pick anywhere below the stomach, because it's gonna take like a
love
year. The small intestine is 25 feet roughly alone, so imagine the scale difference.
Well, they could wait in the throat, I guess. I don't know.
We'll meet at the uvula. Tell them that.
Okay. We'll meet Veritate you
I knew you wouldn't be able to say that word. Yes.
You suck. Oh my god.
Alrighty.
And we will send you a sign when it is time to fight.
The two collectives now merge together as one. Look at you with some hesitancy at first. However, the Great Sniffle walks forward. If this so says is the word of the Great Sinus, we will follow you. For you have been destined to lead us to greatness, to lead us back to a time of prosperity. And if we must go deep within the throat, we will.
David.
Look at me, you motherfucker.
Okay.
As the group begin to pack up and make their way down towards the mouth, it leaves the nostrils wide open.
Okay. All right, shall we go?
Before we do, I was wondering if V, might we have a quiet word? Nothing serious or anything of the nature, but I wanted to talk to you about your current.
My blindness, Basil. You can call it as it
Oh
is.
yes, you can't. I realize you can't see
Can't
when
see
I
you
just.
waving your hand.
Oh, that's right. I don't say that at all.
Yeah.
Can you discuss this while we walk?
I just while we get ready to go. It won't take long. Believe me. I'm going to pull V aside, just kind of out of vision and earshot.
More
And,
jump off your shoulders. Go
Thank
back
you.
and forth.
Thank you very much. And I'll sort of put my forearm out so V can, hold onto it while I guide her away. How are you doing? I know this must be a lot.
It is a lot. I am not doing well whatsoever, if I'm going to be honest with you. I am here. I can't see anything. I can barely fight. And I'm with a group of people that I don't necessarily trust to keep me safe. So, no, I'm not doing well.
I'm very sorry. I'm sorry I didn't do anything in the castle, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to. I wasn't able really to do anything. I feel as though my mind itself had been fogged. But I'm thinking perhaps there is maybe one thing I might be able to do. But it will require you to trust me. And I know that is a big ask. I don't wish to force anything upon you. But there is something I may be able to do that that might help. But in doing so, I would be exposing a part of myself that I swore a long time ago that I wouldn't share with another. Basil's kind of tearing up as he kind of puts his glasses aside.
Can I know what it is before you do it? You're talking in riddles again, Basil. How am I supposed to trust you if you cannot be square with me?
I might have a way to restore your sight. But it comes at a cost. And what you see may not be what you're accustomed to.
What the fuck? Again, Basil, more riddles. Speak plainly.
I'm afraid it's an experience, one that you will be able to see. You will be able to see the world around you as it appears and as it is, and more so. The more so portion I cannot describe because your experience will differ from my own.
From your own?
Yes.
You see things differently than other people?
Very. Very differently.
All right. Is it permanent? What if we go back to Prince Andrew and get my actual eyesight back?
There may be a way to reverse it, yes. But by that stage, I would have been exposed, and, well, you would have seen what you have seen, and that would not change.
Exposed? Basil, what is it?
I am not who or what I appear to others. I am a creature that is not of the human world, or at least born of the human world, but not of it. And as such, I have powers, abilities, and senses akin to those of my kind. Things that are unfamiliar to humans and mortal rare races. I intend to share with you my vision, but it is not a gift that gets given lightly or to others. In fact, many are repulsed by what they see.
I am concerned on so many levels. Well,
as I said, I don't wish to impose this on you in any way, but I can see what you're going through, and I see you, and I do not wish for you to have to undergo such a dangerous undertaking unarmed.
what if it doesn't work? Can you take it back immediately?
I am unsure. I've never done it myself before. It may result in my own blindness, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Basil, that doesn't... If you go blind and I can see, how is that going to help? We're still going to be one down.
Rapiers and points are the purview of those who need vision. I, for my magics, simply need imagination. It is far less of a burden for me to be in the dark. Let's just say that.
All right. I will trust you.
Basil opens his magic book and siphons through a few of the pages before landing on a bedtime story. He starts to utter it as a whisper and asks you to simply relax. I'm going to cast Lullaby and put V to sleep.
Okay.
Okay, trust.
And what I want to do is, and I'll cut you to Dave on this because we've spoken about this previously, is I would like to give V my eyes.
Okay. As you begin to read through your tome, V, you begin to see, but not the outside world around you. You begin to see a story play out directly in front of you. Figures made of entire dots of light, almost as if constellations themselves are telling you this story. You begin to feel yourself fading off into a bit of a slumber as you continue to watch. As you continue to cast, Basil, a familiar streak of light, tinier than the smallest stone, whips around you. Are you sure you want to do this, Basil?
How can we be certain of anything? We've spent so much time contemplating what is and isn't, what right and wrong is. I feel as though now is the time for action. And rather than trying to prevent the worst from happening, I think right now I'd rather learn how to adapt to my situation.
You have quite the heart, Basil. And so I will help. As Brynny begins to now spin around the two of you, creating a large ribbon of light, perfect of golden streaked color. Basil, I need you to roll an Arcana check with advantage for me.
All right. Sorry, it is a bit slow. The first result is a 15. And the second result is a 23.
Very good. As you close your eyes and feeling the magic flow through you, Basil, you let it hold for a moment in the air, allowing yourself and Brynny to impose your will of sharing your sight with V. As you complete the ritual, with your eyes still closed, you close the tome. And as you open your eyes once more, your vision has changed. The senses that you once had, the things you saw beyond that of humans, now completely gone. Color doesn't even look as vibrant as it once did. Looking down upon V, expecting her to awake, she remains deep in slumber, not part of the ritual at all. You can only assume there's something else at work here. And that, my friends, is where we're going to take a short rest.
Yo!
But he does.
Oh my god!
Oh, shit.
Oh,
With that
shit,
said,
it's
guys,
right.
we are going to take a very short rest just to go get some refreshments and do a little bit of a bio break. We won't be gone for too long at all. As always, if you have any questions about myself, the cast's life, the universe, and anything in it, we will do our absolute best to answer those questions when we return. Throw them down in chat, and we will do that as soon as we get back. With that said, though, however, we are having a giveaway happening for tonight. We are having a little bit of, well, why don't I just show the people? We're doing a little bit of a giveaway tonight for these beautiful set of dice, official CC 2-year dice. It is our 2nd year anniversary tonight, and you could win these. These were handmade by myself, our golden CC dice. So you can go ahead and type !roll into chat right now to be entered in to win. One caveat is just make sure that you are following. You have to be following to be eligible to win. And by the way, guys, I'm not saying stuff, but we are 11 followers away right now from hitting that 2K mark. So hey, if you're not following already, do us a favor, help us out. Maybe hit that follow button and help us reach that goal. That would be amazing if you wouldn't mind. But with that said, we are going to head over on break. Won't be gone for too long, probably about 5 minutes or so. But keep watching, and we will be back shortly. Hold on, let me make sure I hit the right button here. There we go. Love all your faces. We'll be back shortly. See you in a second, guys. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Dag's having a party. It is our 2-year stream anniversary, if you didn't already know. That's why we be partying tonight. We do have a kudo board going as well. If you want to write something nice or really awful towards me, that's fantastic. We'll read all of those tomorrow on our talkative. One thing I forgot to mention, actually I'll do that at the end of the stream because it's more fun that way. But we did get a few questions on chat or on break, as we typically do. First one from Koopa Games: what paint do you use for your dice? So I use a water-based acrylic. There's lots of different ones out there. Typically it's used for a mini painting because it is kind of watered down a little bit from that perspective, so I can get all the nice little cracks and crevices in there. For this particular set of dice, I actually used war paints, the Army Painter war paints, the metallics. I used a bright gold on it, and let me tell you, they look fantastic. The pictures do not do it justice when it comes to the color of them. Okay, moving on. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Question for Basil: what can you tell us about your origins?
When I was a kid, my planet was about to be destroyed by a black hole, and my parents. They wanted to protect our species, so they launched me in a capsule with a small dog out into the void. Okay. And then I got a job as a news anchor and decided to moonlight wearing blue undies.
Nice. It's weird that you landed in Australia and eventually became a professional DM, so that's weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird origin story. I feel like I've heard it before, but understandable.
Yeah.
Tristan,
what do you think of this entire scenario you've been wrapped up in? Your character has been very quiet.
I don't know. Tristan kind of find it weird that we send just regular people to do our jobs, and they get killed. But hey.
Okay, fair enough. Weird question, but Bobby, what did you order from Wendy's?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. So I'm fairly certain it's an exclusive item for where I live. It's a bourbon bacon cheeseburger.
Fantastic. Very topical to the scenario we're running right now. Question for Raina and Bobby: how did you get so good at convincing cult members?
I'll let you take this one.
Did you watch that? We were not good at all.
I mean, it worked.
You have followers now, so
okay. Yeah.
You tell them to drink that Kool-Aid, they'll drink it.
Quick reminder that we are not a cult around here. Yes, we enjoy our Kool-Aid from time to time. Occasionally, we enjoy some blood snuggles under the moonlight, but definitely not a cult. Praise queso. A question for Tristan: are you going to do it now?
What?
I think he's talking about dancing.
Huh?
Dancing?
Yeah.
Are you gonna dance? Why?
Probably. If it's dancing, probably not. Okay.
There we go. There you go, folks. Every year we can convince Dave to do something strange. Well done, Swiss. Well done. Question for Sicarius: with all you've seen at this point, who do you trust the most and who do you trust the least?
Trust the most right now is probably Oksana, and the least, based on just how one person, presents themselves versus what they actually do, starting to be a little sus around Grimoire. because he comes
Oh.
across as this shy little creature, but yet he's the first to get involved and start things all the time. So how he presents himself versus what he does are two different personalities.
I'm a sweet,
Wow.
innocent being. How dare you?
And that's proof.
So he's confused with how he acts versus what he does.
Fair.
I
Fair
like
point.
this.
Kill that guy.
Last question, I think. Question for Bobby. When is CCP getting released?
Guys, for the last time, we cannot talk about Careful Cantrip Platinum, which may or may not be.
So
coming
anyway,
soon.
why don't we go ahead and we can't let all of the confidential information out. It just can't happen. Yes, and as I see in chat, AJ, welcome in, my friend. Great to see you as always. Guys, if you haven't
Hey,
checked
AJ.
out Winter's Tales, go check them out. Fantastic group of people. Love them wholeheartedly around here. Yeah, AJ is definitely, we'll let a little spoiler out. AJ will be returning and joining us for Funge and Feud happening November 17th, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Be there.
So be there or be squared. That's ×2. With that said, let's go ahead and dive back into tonight's episode after I take a sip of this delicious scotch I have.
Seems fair.
Where's my notes? There they are. V. As you continue to drift deeper and deeper into the slumber, you feel as if the play of constellations grow closer and closer to you. Eventually, the constellations growing larger and larger in comparison to your tiny body. Looking around, you now see yourself what seems to be out into the astral void itself. But there's a familiarity to it. A sense of comfort. A sense of home. As most of the constellations break away and drift off into the starscapes, a single star begins to grow brighter and brighter in front of you. Continuing to grow larger and brighter and brighter. A figure now begins to form in the center of it. You swear you've seen the face before somewhere. And as the figure begins to speak to you, you realize where you've seen this face once before. It is of Yara herself. Do not be afraid, small one. You have been brought here, whether be by your own volition or destiny itself. You come with hopes of saving my people. You have been chosen as the Sinus.
Oh my god, no.
And although I thank you for all of your efforts, you are not as the prophecy foretold. However, there is one amongst you that will lay claim to the prophecy. One who will bring peace to my body once more and allow life to flourish.
Who is that?
You will find out soon enough. wherever things flourish, it all starts with a seed. But your deeds are great. And your circumstance saddens me. And so I offer you this gift. Your companion has offered you his sight, a grand gesture. However, it would have not been enough without my intervention. You will see once more in my name, but not only through your eyes, through your heart. Clear your heart and make it wide for those around you. And with my blessings, you will allow them to see clearly as well. Vacate their minds of things that may be polluting to them. And hopefully, without any throat punching.
To be fair,
Jess is so sad.
I was not a fan of the throat punching thing. So we can confirm that we don't need to throat punch anyone then.
Not with you there anymore.
All right, I will do my best to convince them. Would you, since I have you here, are we going the right way to the brain?
Much knowledge is to be obtained and stored in the brain. However, home is where the heart is.
Are you suggesting that we go straight to the heart?
I would say follow your heart. Follow
It's
the
very
sight
difficult.
to which I am blessing you with. A long road must be traveled in front of you, V. Do it with kindness. Do it with your eyes open. And you and your friends just might succeed.
Do I owe you anything for this eyesight?
You watch as the figure now begins being enveloped once again into the star, as it begins to pull away from your vision. You owe me nothing, V. Good luck on your journey. And as the entire landscape around you grows dark, you begin to feel yourself wake up once more. V, until the next Change of Fate card is summoned,
I had a change of fate? That's so exciting. Oh, thanks, Chad.
you were able to see the colors of people's emotions. As well, when you are in vicinity of anyone who's in any kind of charmed or mind control spell, within 10 feet of that individual, you have the ability to break the curse. Or you can throat punch him. One of the two. I'm giving you options here, guys.
Amazing. Oh, man. Sorry, that was Reyna, not V. Okay. So exciting.
Coming back to consciousness once more, you see Basil standing over top of you, trying to desperately wake you up. As you open your eyes and stare up at him, you see various colors like auras all around him, coming from different parts. A beautiful pinkish magenta that seems to almost create a crown effect around his head. You immediately realize he's deep in thought. And as you look down to his torso, a bit of black smoke that seems to be emanating from where his heart is, which you would recognize as fear.
Basil,
Are you all right?
I'm all. I think I'm all right.
Did it work? Can you see?
I can see a lot. I don't think it's what you can. You see?
I can. I think. It's different, but I can.
I'm not sure. You did your thing. I fell asleep, and then I spoke with Yara. Now, and Yara said that your little attempt wouldn't have 100% work, so Yara helped. And now I can see so many colors, and is that what you can see?
Well, not so many colors. I specifically a black kind of cloud, sort of smoky color, is what I usually see amongst it all. But you're seeing other colors?
Yes, I see you. There's magenta all around you, and I see. Basil, you don't have to be afraid right now.
I'm. Basil smiles. Probably one of the most genuine smiles he's seen since you met him. He says, I think it worked in a way that was far beyond anything I was even capable of doing. You don't just see what I saw, but you see a whole range of emotional spectrums. If I may, I'm going to take just going to pinch my hand and sort of wince at the pain as I kind of twist it. Does the colors change?
You see a quick, almost stream of dark green quickly travel up from the back of his hand to his arm and then into his chest. And as it enters into his chest, it quickly dissipates.
I saw that. It seemed to hurt a little.
Yes. Oh my God. This is the implications. This is.
I have a lot of questions for you, but I will hold them for a more appropriate time.
Yes,
I
and
think.
Explanations will follow now. But at least for the time being, you are back and battle ready.
Basil, you all of a sudden hear a small voice coming from behind you, one that you are very familiar with. Is she awake? V, you watch as a small stream of light, almost like a ribbon, now floats back from behind Basil, and it stops directly in front of your face.
What is that?
She can see me.
She can see you.
I can see you. Surprise. Hello. What is that?
Not a what? She's very rude still.
Yes, more of a who, and allow me to make a brief introduction. This is Brinny. Brinny is a mentor of sorts, a companion who travels with me. Brinny, as you know, I shared my sight with V, and there have been a multitude of different side effects I wasn't quite anticipating. This, of course, being among them. Brittany is a watcher of sorts. Can't really interact in the same way, and people don't perceive them, but I do. So if you see me muttering off to myself, this is why.
Yes, he's not crazy, but not as smart as I am. And as she says this, you watch as a small figure now begins to replace the golden ribbon into that of almost a very tiny, very, very tiny, almost celestial-like body made up of pure gold. A young girl wearing a beautiful, flowing dress. It's a pleasure to meet you, V.
It's a pleasure to meet you too, I suppose, in light of everything that has happened recently. This isn't weird at all anymore. So, hello. Nice to meet you. I'm V, although Basil, has Brittany been with you this whole time?
Yes, no, for quite some time. Before I met you, of course, and accompanied into the Astral Sea when we came.
Why haven't you told anybody about all of this?
Generally speaking, I find that telling people that I'm talking to what could be perceived as a figment of my imagination tends to let people formulate opinions, and well, I hardly wanted to alarm people who have come to rely on me by doubting my faculties.
Right.
She's not very grateful, is she, Basil?
We've talked about
look.
this. It's not about gratitude. It's about doing what's right for some people, even if it's not exactly the best for yourself.
Basil,
You did everything
Basil,
that was
Basil.
right, but she's not very grateful is what I was going to say.
Right. Brittany, listen, I just had an existential crisis, literally. And Basil, thank you. I am glad that you can still see. And I don't know how to repay you. And so forgive me, I am not used to people doing things for me. So I am terrible at being gracious. So thank you.
Well, that's a little bit
Basil. Basil nods.
The other thing that happened that I think we should tell everyone is that apparently, I don't know yet, but I should be able to see people who are under mind control and stop it. This was a gift from Yara. She also said something, Basil, I'm not sure if I should tell the rest of everybody, but she also said that she knows that I'm not the Sinus, which you and I are both not surprised about. I was not made out for things like this. But she said that one of us is, and that it will become clear.
So we have to clear the Sinus.
I suppose. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yes.
And that's how you get DM inspiration, folks. Go ahead and mark down an inspiration for yourself, Dag.
Boom.
Oh my god.
Well, that's both promising and I guess yeah, look, I think for now the simple fact that the populace is following you as the Sinus is an important element, and I don't think that should be broken, not anytime soon anyway. But we should just keep a weather eye out and maybe tell the others that according to these visions, the Sinus is among us in some way, shape, or form. I mean, maybe it's not one of us specifically, maybe it's one of the leaders or one of the other the populace, but we should stay vigil.
Yeah, see, the only thing that I worry about is if we tell them, then we'll know, the Sinus will know that we know. And they already know that I'm not the Sinus, so why are they hiding things?
But that's presuming that the Sinus knows that they're the Sinus. It could be that they simply are unaware of this fact and are waiting, as we are, for some sort of sign of us.
I'm so sorry, I keep breaking because I just realized how fucking ridiculous this conversation is. I'm trying so hard to be serious, okay? Alright.
Channeling the method.
The other thing that is of concern is that I asked if going to the brain was the right thing. And she said that home is where the heart is, and that I should follow my heart.
Well, either that's a cryptic puzzle or very unhelpful.
Both. It is literally both. So I'm not sure. Let's go talk to everyone else. And
yes,
thank you again.
You're welcome. And I'd appreciate if we kind of kept Brenny and some of the specifics between us, at least until a time as I figure out how to properly discuss it.
Sure, I can just tell them what happened to me and that I fell unconscious and Yara gave me my vision back. It can be our secret.
Basil will turn and will rejoin the others. For my character sheet, does that mean I lose my vision senses and just have human vision?
Correct.
Very well, I will adjust that.
Okay, friends. Go.
I was gonna say she's practicing her throat punches.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Off to the side.
Are you two done? Are you ready to go?
No. So something happened. I fell unconscious and I spoke with Yara. I will, for the brevity of this, I will recap exactly what I said to Basil. So yes, besides the existential crisis, few concerns. Don't know if we should be going to the brain. She said to follow my heart. I don't typically do that, so I don't really know how to do that. I don't know. V will look around. Does she see anything? Oh, what does everyone look like? What is everyone's color?
You dirty fucker. I knew she was going to do this.
Yeah!
Looking around, you see a number of different colors on some of your companions. You look towards Grimoire and see shimmering blues combined with the similar smoky black that you saw in Basil. Much, much greater in Grimoire, though. Tristan, you see a strange bluish purple that seems to emanate through his hands. Strangely enough, with Tristan, though, it emanates to his clothes as well as his cane. Looking at his eyes, the pupils are unable to be seen, just that vibrant purplish blue. Oksana, you see a waning back and forth of yellows and reds. Sicarius, you see a very similar blue to Grimoire, albeit much more vibrant. From what you can tell, you can see a sense of bravery in the blue, waning somewhere between calm and chaos in the yellows and the reds. The blues again, you see hints of the bravery inside Grimoire, but much more fear that overtakes it. And Tristan, you can't tell what it is, as it doesn't seem to have an emotional connection.
Tracks. Does V see anything like, I don't know, that would tend to inform her that we should be going another way or something? Or is she just seeing colors on everybody?
You see the colors within your companions. However, you do get a hint of what looks like a pinkish trail leading you south.
Towards the heart. So I think that we need to go to the heart. I'm seeing a trail, a literal trail. I can't hear you at all. I think you're muted, Grimoire.
Oh, I am. Are you... you do know what the word literal means, right? I'm just checking. I'm not trying to question your intelligence.
In my reality, I see tracks. You cannot see it right now.
Hey, that
You
looks
are
to
in
me-
another reality?
Sort
This
of.
is different or the same thing as planes?
It's a little different. A little different.
Okay.
But
You know where to go?
I
Then
think
lead.
so.
Show us where to go.
All right,
Let's go.
Sicarius. Why so hasty?
Because we've been
We are
sitting
wasting
around for a
time.
while now. Let's
Yes.
get something going.
All right.
Does
They've
this
already
mean-
taken one of their people, so they may be onto us, so we better start moving. Plus, didn't they already leave to go to the heart while we sat here?
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
So we must catch up to them.
Yes. All right.
Okay. As you begin to make your trek south towards the mouth, it doesn't take long before you crest over top of the top lip. As you look down into the mouth, a not so pleasant sight. A number of robes now scattered. A few weapons that seem to have fallen to the ground.
Oh my god.
And a number of miners that all seem to be working aimlessly in and around the area. Well, I mean, you guys kind of did send some trainers or some people down there without any training. I mean, I don't know what y'all expected.
Jed, we thought it was going to be safe. If you knew it wasn't safe, then you should have
I wasn't the
spoken
one.
up.
I said something. Scaria said something. Tristan said something. Y'all don't listen to us. Pretty sure Basil said something too.
He also said that it was not necessarily in the brain. This I remember.
I mean,
What wasn't in the brain?
not wrong.
The mind flayer. He said it could be anywhere. Not in the brain. Oh well, this is massive mistake. Let's find the rest of them.
This group.
This is why I like us on.
The D&D version of Oopsie Daisy.
We should save those we can. Fast.
I agree.
Lead the
So,
way.
what do we do? That do I see? So I'm assuming these miners. Do I see any like weird hues coming off of them, or I can tell that there's any sort of mind stuff happening?
Looking at the miners, you don't see any colors, as if their emotions and thoughts are being suppressed.
All right. I mean, we already kind of knew this, but I relay that information. I don't see that they have any... Their thoughts are being suppressed. And their feelings, so...
And you can break the spell. You can free them, right?
Apparently. There was no specifics. I have no idea how to do it.
Try it.
Practice.
I mean, in fairness, I did tell you. You have to be within 10 feet of someone who's being controlled.
Okay.
So there's that.
All right. Okay, so I'm just... Goodbye. Just
I'll
walk
walk
into
with
the
you.
group.
I'll pull my sword and be by her side.
Okay. So you guys are coming.
I'll get 2 coins ready in case.
I get my fists ready.
Okay, so just so I know, V and
I'll wait here.
Sicarius are going. You're going into the mouth.
Yeah, that's where the miners are, right?
Yep.
I
You're
don't
saying it
when
like
you
we're
ask
missing a
this.
key piece of
No,
information.
no, I'm just
that maybe
asking
we
what
forgot.
everybody's doing. So V and Sicarius are
Okay.
going into the mouth. Everybody else is hanging back right now.
No, I would follow, but not necessarily do anything, just to see what happens, because she says she can break the spell. So I would follow to support her.
Okay.
If she can't,
I'm on Oksana's
take it
shoulder.
away.
Okay.
Yeah, Yara.
For those of you,
Oksana, I have to say, it's really good to be back. She had really bony shoulders.
He's the worst.
Anything for your comfort, my friend. Glad to have you back too.
And she'll like flex so he has more cushion.
nice. As you begin to make your way into the mouth, you crawl over the large stones, which you would assume would be teeth. And as you make your presence known to the miners, many of their heads now turn towards you. They give off a bit of a vicious growl towards you, almost animalistic in nature, as they begin to approach all of you. I need y'all to go ahead and roll some initiative for me, please.
Oh shit.
Shiz.
I'm just gonna start running in circles, so you know.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you guys over to here. If you're not in there, feel free to move your token wherever you damn well please.
Wherever.
Well, within reason. Okay.
I
let's
feel
get
like, to be
rid of-
fair, I'm probably in front of
Yes.
everybody.
I'm
Like,
right by
just
your
to-
side wherever you're at.
Yeah. Let's say. What do you?
Probably
I can't
be
move
good
you,
cause
Rob.
no.
Well, I was just waiting for you.
Stop moving. I'm next to you, damn it.
She kept moving.
What? I moved once.
I was talking about Oksana.
I know. She was talking to me though.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to follow her. Yep. Fantastic team.
I hope your new abilities work.
Let's hope.
One per round.
Okay, Sicarius, what'd you get?
I got a 1.
Nice. Oksana?
I got a, hold on, 20.
20. Very nice. Greenmore.
I got a 2 for a total of
A total of what?
5.
5. Okay.
Cinco, cinco,
V.
cinco.
21.
21. Tristan.
16.
16. And I will do that quickly as well. That's that. Okay. As you begin to make your way inside of the large crevice known as the mouth. Oops, I forgot to set that up. Basil, you are up first. What would you like to do, my friend?
All right. Basil will look at the guys closest and will reach out for his book, flip it open to a page and begin with Once Upon a Time. And I'm going to cast a bedtime story.
Okay.
Okay, which means that I put... That's pretty good. I put 30 hit points of people to sleep within a 20-foot point.
So 20 foot to you is roughly...
Oh no, I select a point and then it's a 20-foot area.
Okay, and you're selecting the guy closest to you?
I want to include the guy closest to me. Actually, you know what? No, I'll go for the guys at the back. That way, the guys at the front can go smack some stuff. So
okay.
I'll choose my point here, if that's all right.
There. Okay, so that's pretty much everybody in this radius, and it's 30 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would mean, what is happening? Oh, we'll set this guy to. We'll give him that, and we'll make him red. You guys see that?
No.
Nope.
I don't know what you're doing.
The guys at the back are... You can't see the red circle around two of those guys?
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Weird. Okay. Okay. Well, those
I can
guys...
see it on the stream.
You can, yeah, if I look down on.
So if you guys want to look at the stream, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. See it on the stream. Yeah.
Okay. And Basil, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, I think I'm good. I read my lullaby. Did I put any of them to sleep?
You put two of them
Just
to
the two.
sleep.
All right, very well. I will stay right there.
Okay, perfect. Those of you in chat, I see that Chat Summons a Minion has been redeemed. How this works is I'm going to go ahead and start a poll. You will see it directly below me right about there. You can go ahead and vote in chat on one of the three things that the minion can do. They can go ahead and take an attack action. They can go ahead and give an enemy advantage on their next roll, or they can go ahead and heal and give an enemy 1 hit point in terms of dice. So using 1, 2, 3, you can use, just check it out below exactly like Crimson just did. With that said, okay, so where does that take us? There's nothing else you're doing on your turn, Basil?
Mm-mm.
Okay, V, you're up. What would you like to do?
We will, I guess, walk towards this miner in front of her.
Okay.
See if anything happens, and if not, she'll go to attempt to try and touch them, like reach her hand out and touch their shoulder.
So just so you're aware, from a mechanical perspective, in order to uncontrol their minds, it does require an action to do so.
Got it. Okay. Then I will spend my action doing this.
Okay. As you focus yourself, you stare into the void eyes of the miner, and you watch as the almost grayish sheen over top of his eyes now begin to clear. You watch as colors now emanate around his body. You can see a giant smoke sphere of black now completely surrounding him as he starts to come through. What's happening? Where am I? What's happening?
It's all right. Just stay here. We're going to save your friends or your people. You've been put under mind control, and I just fixed that for you.
How long? I don't know how long I've been here for. I remember a group. There was a group that was here. The things... Oh my God, what do we do to those people? They took them. A few of the other miners, they took them south, down there, and he points down towards the throat of the great god.
All right. We will go save them.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
Thank you. Save them, please. As he kind of rushes off behind some of the barrels. He is no longer an opponent of yours. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Bonus action.
Oh,
I would like to bonus action. inspire Tristan. So V will cast Bardic Inspiration, and she'll turn around, look at Tristan, and give him a wink and say, "You must be made of cheese because you're looking Gouda tonight."
It is 1 p.m.
Kill her.
That will end my turn.
All right,
and
well,
you have a Bardic
Tristan,
die.
you unfortunately have
I'm
Bardic
feel
Inspiration.
so good about it.
I can tell. We can see that. All right, fair enough. Yeah, exactly. You also take 5 points of psychic damage. Oksana, you're up. What would you like to do?
Oksana, I'm gonna use my movement to. Can I? Move up.
Oh,
Up she goes.
Oh no!
did Jess disappear?
Yep.
All right, Jess is going to hold her action. We'll figure that out when she gets back. Okay, that brings us to the miners. Tristan, you're on deck unless Jess comes back. They're going to start approaching on
There
all
she
of you.
is.
Oh, there she is. So Jess, you were just about to hold your action. To get up the small ridge that you see in front of you is roughly about 8 feet. So it'll take about half of your what's your movement speed?
30.
30. So yeah, you can just
It's 30.
make
Can
it
you
up.
hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I won't be able to get anywhere. I'm just on top of the ridge.
You could probably make it towards the first guy that you were just at.
Right over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in case I go dark again, bonus action rage, and then I'm gonna hit non-lethal. I'm gonna use like the butt end of the axe and go right in the jugular.
All right, doing a throat punch. I love it. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
Okay. That's gonna be 15 to hit.
You're going for the throat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that hits. So you have to, essentially, if you're going for something as specific and small as a throat punch, it's going to be 5 more than what an AC is. So these guys' ACs are 8. So if you get over 13 and you're going for a throat punch, it will succeed.
Beautiful.
Okay, so go ahead and roll some damage for me.
That is going to be 9 points bludgeoning, or I think I have to add 2, so 11 points bludgeoning.
11 points of bludgeoning as you give her all you can directly to the throat of this individual. You watch as it grabs onto its neck, begins to cough, very similar to the way that Basil was earlier. A few minutes later, he begins to gag in front of you as a small worm-like purple creature gets spit out
Oh my god,
in front
it
of him.
works.
Why do I taste coconut?
Oh
my god.
He looks up towards you. You see a look of sheer fear on his face. Please, don't hurt me. I didn't mean anything. And she turns into a ghost. With the strange creature out of its throat, you watch as Oksana lifts her leg up as a bonus action, stomping down directly on top of the worm as it kind of splats underneath her feet. Oksana, you're back. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Every time she throat punches anybody, she's gonna yell, "Throat punch!"
Very nice.
Nice. Gotta call all the shots you take. I love it.
Yes.
All right, fair enough. As you yell out, another one of their companions begins to run forward. It looks towards you with a vigorous hatred at this point in time. It is going to go ahead and try and slam down atop you. Oh, I can see your ACs here. Fantastic. As it comes smashing down on atop you, you're easily able to maneuver out of the way. Fully enraged form, senses fully kicked in at this point in time. Easily able to overcome. We are going to... What's this guy's movement speed? Movement speed, 20... Okay, and 2 more now. You watch as they come around the small tongue-like ridge as they begin to make their way towards you. That is going to end their turn. Tristan, you're up.
I will look at the guy which is on my right a bit, and I will try to hit it with my bandages.
Okay. Well, you don't have your bandages anymore because change of fate happened for V.
I know, but I don't know, so I'll try.
Oh,
anyway.
okay. All right, fair
my
enough.
God.
As you throw your hand out directly in front of them, you focus and you whip one of your bandages forward. As it does, it just kind of falls directly in front of you, limp and, yeah, very flaccid.
Yeah. I get very angry and I just mutter under my breath. Damn.
Should have used the inspiration.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Tristan?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a hellish rebuke to V, but think against it. for the what was it? The inspiration.
Oh my God.
No, that's it.
Okay, fair enough. With that said, it's going to be Jed's turn as he calls out, "Yeah, throat punching!" As he now dashes past Tristan up to one of the individuals. He, in fact, himself is going to take a throat punch.
Yeah, he is.
However, when he throws his jab, the creature lowers its jaw a little bit, and you hear a loud cracking noise as he cracks it right across the chin. Doesn't do the throat punch, but definitely breaks the miner's jaw. How many points of damage is that?
So sad.
Yeah, the now almost zombified miner doesn't really care about its jaws. It just kind of hangs down low, and he gives off a little bit more of a growl toward Jed as Jed kind of looks back. Oh, shit. That's going to end his turn. Grimoire, you're up. What would you like to do? Sicarius, you're on deck. I don't know why I was going to call you Seymour there for a second. Seymour, you're up, bud.
Right. Feed me, Seymour.
Don't worry, Axon, I'm coming. He's gonna rush forward, bonus action dash just to get all the way up. And he's gonna kind of like hop, peg leg, like up the ridge, like a mountain goat. And then he's going to jump and latch himself onto the miner and whisper in his ear, "Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?" He's gonna scream and use his confusing cry on the miner.
Okay.
So I need a Constitution.
Constitution? Okay, I can give you one of those. That is
Yes,
going to
ready.
be a... It's an 18.
That does pass.
Okay. As you let out
he
this
does
sonic
take-
screech. Sorry, go ahead.
He does take 5 points of
5 points? Okay. As you let out this sonic screech, the creature doesn't seem to resonate with it whatsoever, fully entranced, as he seems properly mind-controlled at this point in time. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
He looks back at Oksana and just says, "I don't think it worked."
Stop making that damn sound. What have I told you about that?
I'm sorry.
All right, Sicarius, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right. We'll see this one approaching. How to move over here. Seeing that everybody is doing throat punches, instead of having the sword up, he will bring the sword down with the hilt and jab it into the throat of the creature.
Yeah, all right, go ahead and give me an attack roll for me.
Y'all are psychopaths.
20 to hit.
20 absolutely hits. You have the creature almost reaches out its neck as almost to stand off against you for a moment, giving you clear access to the jugular. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
Do you want just like an unarmed, or do you actually want the great sword damage?
Well, you hit it with the back,
the hilt.
so we'll just count it as we'll just go ahead and count it as an unarmed strike.
All right, so then unarmed would just be 4 damage.
Okay. As you hit the creature directly in the throat, you watch as he too begins to cough up a strange little worm-like creature. Its mouth open. You can see it now crawling out of its throat entirely as it falls on the floor directly in front of you.
I'll use a bonus action and step on it.
Okay. As you slam down on it, you do and squish the creature underneath your feet. However, as soon as your foot hits the ground, you begin to feel a rumbling. The individual looks towards you and you toward him in confusion. As you look around, you see the rest of your companions feel the rumble as well, almost like the entire scene stops for a moment before you start to hear strange grunting noises coming from the back of the throat, almost like gargling at first. The miner looks towards you with wide eyes. V, you now see a flash of black now splash out across him. He yells out, "No, it can't be. It can't be. Run!
What is going on?
It's a plaque troll!"
What?
God.
A plaque
Dave.
troll.
No.
It hocked a loogie at us.
Chat summoned a plaque troll. It's just what we do around here.
Oh
Thanks,
my.
guys. Appreciate it.
The plaque troll now begins
I think
to...
Dag has a question.
Yes?
Please tell me what is a plaque troll?
Yeah.
Well, there's that. But I want to know if it's running around going, "We make holes in teeth. We make holes in teeth."
No, but he does
God.
he
Some of you
slightly
look at
mutter, and from what you can make out,
Very old
it
reference
seems
there.
almost like an abyssal language, but you just continually hear the word gingivitis, gingivitis, as it begins to rush forward. What is the movement speed of the plaque troll? Oh boy. It rushes up towards Grimoire and the miner and Oksana. It immediately starts thrashing its hands first towards the miner. Ooh. The miner gets hit in the back and is thrown forward. Looking now over to Grimoire, it also slashes towards you, Grimoire. Simply too nimble at this point, you duck down and are able to avoid the attack. And as it leans forward with its jaws wide open, it's going to try and bite down towards Oksana. And it is rolling like shit. Oksana, you throw up your great axe just in time as the jaws now clamp down over top of you. You're able to push it back, though. That is going to end its turn, taking us back to the top of the round. Basil, you're up. What would you like to do? V, you're on deck.
I'd like to swear copiously and in voluminous amounts to begin.
Fair.
Followed by... You know, this changes, like I sat there for I want to say, just point this out, I sat there for 10 minutes knowing exactly what I wanted to do. And then, in the last 12 seconds, poof,
Yeah.
all of it's
I
gone.
know,
Welcome
right?
to
Everything's
Cantrip.
Okay. Okay, well, I can't mess around, so I'm gonna 5, 10... Try to get, up to the top here with the rest of my movement. No, I don't play with your barricades and boundaries. Yeah, that's where I am. And and Basil's going to open up his spell book and start to flick through pages almost too frantically as he then picks out a page, tears it out, scrunches it up, and then eats it. As he does so, his eyes suddenly go jet black, and he regurgitates this kind of inky, viscous fluid that, as it hits the ground, sort of spreads outwards and creates this almost living version of a black fire elemental. So it's kind of almost looks like an ogre. It kind of looks like a troll. It kind of looks like its whole body's on fire, but it's made of these black inky flames. And I'm going to use my living shadow on this dude.
Okay. I am going to use this thing.
What's that thing? Don't be that thing. Don't be that guy.
There. This is your guy.
That's my guy.
Just
Oh, nice.
a token. Just a token.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is
so
it
he
an
needs to
actual
make me-
summons or just used once?
It's just once, yeah.
Oh, well then I'm not going to use this
yeah,
at all.
it's
Then.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, I like it. You can keep it. I mean, I appreciate it.
No, it's fine. Just there goes the wind in my sails.
All right, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Otherwise, it gets frightened, and it will take some psychic damage to boot.
And this is towards the troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, what is his wisdom? That's going to be a 16.
16. That is very high, and that is higher than my 15. He is not afraid. God damn it.
Okay.
And I'm going to deal. Kablam. Oh, that's good. I deal 2 points of psychic damage.
2 points of psychic damage. The troll lets out a curious little grunt as it grabs onto its head for a moment. Grimoire and Oksana, you see this moment of weakness, but it quickly fades away as it looks towards Basil and lets out a terrorizing roar. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Yeah, there's definitely something I'd like to do. I really realized that is not ideal. That is not ideal. Is this guy next to me, the miner, is he afraid of this plague troll by any chance? I can't really tell anymore.
Yeah, no. So it doesn't, from your perspective, actually make a perception check for me. We're going to have to do this. Or insight.
Yep.
Insight would be better as well. One of the two.
They're the same. That is a 10. Straight up 10.
10. Staring towards the miner, you find this very jarring and obscuring for what you typically see. You can't get a read on whether or not it's afraid or not. However, it doesn't seem to be moving in any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go. Sorry. I'm desperate. I'm gonna go for Grimoire at this point.
Gonna what now?
Is Grimoire afraid? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, good. I felt like hedging my bets. All right. I'm going to describe this from what V sees, actually, if that's all right, Dave.
Sure.
So what V sees happen as Basil starts to look around, almost like he's lost something, he clearly is looking around for something he can't find. Eventually his eyes settle on Grimoire. And as he does so, you watch as he opens his mouth and starts to inhale. From Grimoire, you can see around his heart that black kind of flame, kind of smoke that gathers around there, suddenly start to pull and siphon out of his body, and Grimoire's fear level kind of drops quite heavily. But you watch as that black smoke sort of flows inside and into Basil. And as it does so, you can see that the throat punch, like that kind of bruising that was around his neck from earlier, starts to kind of fade and restore and heal. Yep.
Sus. Pretty sus.
Pretty sus. Sus. Yeah. All the sus. So I'm going to heal... Oh, come on! I'm going to heal 2 hit points. Be more afraid, damn it.
He can't. He's with Oksana, man.
That's true. It's very true.
That's his main squeeze, man.
V, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Hate that.
Hate that that's happening randomly.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I rolled a 19, though. That's fan. My rolls would be fucking great tonight.
Okay.
Wisdom save? Oh, it's a 0. So 19.
19. As you watch this all transpire from Basil's perspective, you begin to feel hunger like you've never felt before.
No. You fucking vampired me, man!
However, you're able to brush it off in the moment. Okay. Anything else you're going to do on your turn, Basil?
No, I've had a light snack apparently. That's it. That's
all right. V, you're up. Oksana, you're on deck.
All right. Can I get to this plaque troll? Does he have the same look of being controlled or no?
No, you see a very, very vibrant red, almost blood red, completely enveloping him.
Alright, this is gonna suck. So V will, I guess, sort of like take a second to double take what she just saw Basil do. And then she will go. Do you think with her movement she can reach the miner that's in front of Grimoire and sorry, Swiss thing distracted me.
Nobody look behind the curtain. Nobody look behind the curtain.
Behind the scenes.
Hang on.
Happy anniversary.
Oh no, where did Swiss go? That's so weird. It just disappeared on stream. So the ledge that you have to go up is about 8 feet tall.
Okay, so
So what's your movement speed?
30.
30? So you'd make it, you could probably make it within 10 feet of the miner.
Okay, great. So V will do that. She'll stand in front of Basil, and she passes by Basil. She'll sort of give him the what the hell look, but then move forward and use her action to try and release this miner.
Okay.
Without throat punching.
Okay. As you do, you watch once again. The rest of you now see the eyes of the miner now becoming less clouded in front of you.
I thought I didn't I already do that one?
No, this one ran up to you. You got one of the other guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. You watch as the eyes now become unclouded in front of him. You see a look of fear now overtaking him once more as he begins to shake uncontrollably in front of you. As he looks over his shoulder, seeing this massive troll directly in front of him, he lets out a tiny little yelp as a small puddle begins to form around his feet. V, you watch as the color now returns back to him, but a vicious black fire that spreads across his entire body. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, V?
Yeah. Bonus action. This time, bonus action, Bardic Inspiration. And she will look over to Grimoire since she's close by. Yes. Your time has come. And she will say, if you were a potato, you'd be a sweet one.
What the fuck are you talking about? There's a troll in front of us.
That will end my turn.
All right, thank God.
Is it a D8 or a D6?
It's a D6.
Yeah.
For ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah. All right. So that is going to wrap up V's turn. The individual is no longer being mind controlled in any way, but is going to remain there until he gets out of the way. Oksana, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
Oksana is going to move over here on the other side of the, what did you call it? A plaque troll?
Yeah.
So that it's, she's going to try to get its attention away from Grimoire. And she's going to yell, "Hey, you stupid, ugly asshole!" And then she's going to hit him once with her axe and then again with a bonus action.
So if you want to try and draw the creature's attention, I'll allow you to use a bonus action to do an intimidation roll.
Okay. That is going to be a 6. Oh, shit.
A 6.
Oh, no.
The troll doesn't seem to pay any mind to you whatsoever, as it is now completely focused on the miner in front of him.
Well, this will get his attention, hopefully. 24 to hit.
24 absolutely hits. Let's go.
Okay. That is going to be 10 points slashing.
10 points. As your great axe now cuts directly down the back of the creature, it lets out a loud howl. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Oksana?
No, I think I'm spent.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. 10.
10. As the blood now squirts out from the troll. It's parts of it now hitting you directly. You feel a hot, searing burn on your skin. You take 2 points of acid damage.
Ooh, that sucks.
Son of a bitch! She will
Like
yell.
alien.
Okay. These two guys are still asleep over here. How long are they asleep for, Basil?
Forever. They're never waking up. They have now slipped into the ether of forever.
And what save do I need to make on that?
Not just get wrecked, son.
I think it's just until they're.
So what is
attacked
that?
or
A charisma? What?
It's until they're basically until the spell ends in 1 minute.
1
it's
minute?
not a
Okay.
concentration.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
Just a flat minute,
Okay.
or until someone uses an action to slap or shake them awake, or if they take damage.
Got it. Okay, perfect. So the one that's facing off against Jed is going to try and take an attack and slam down on him, and apparently these zombie miners roll like shit. Jed is easily able to duck out of the way. He's letting out a couple of as he dodges back and forth. You seem really getting into this at this point in time. The other is going to try and run from the troll. Troll's going to get an opportunity attack there. Ooh. You watch as the troll tries to run away. However, the miner begins to run. However, the troll, eyes wide at this point in time, is going to try and bite down. As he does, you watch as its large gaping mouth with very serrated, vicious teeth now clamp down directly over top of half of the body of the miner. That is going to be okay, double that. Greymoor, you see a rather gory sight as the miner is torn directly in half in front of you as its legs fall over. You watch of spurts of blood now spurting out over top of you and covering the ground all around you.
Wonderful.
That is going to finish him off, which is going to take us to Tristan, and then Greymoor, you're on deck.
So I will remake my bandage properly on my hand while I woke up this. I'm still mad because it didn't work out. So I will cast Toll the Dead, and the troll will hear a resounding bell in the background,
Okay.
and he would have to make a wisdom save.
Okay. From the troll's vision, you watch, he sees a large, almost mist of black now begin to emanate from the ground all around you. Everything else goes dark other than staring directly at Tristan. His eyes now completely a vibrant purplish blue from the troll's perspective. It needs to make a wisdom, you said?
Yes.
That is going to be a 1. Not a nat 1, but a 1.
Okay. So he has taken damage already.
He
so
has.
that's 12. That's a 7.
7 points of damage.
Necrotic damage.
Okay. V, you watch as the red seems to simmer down within the troll and a bit of black start to appear over top of his skin. As it does, you watch as the troll takes a deep breath in, eyes wide. Tristan, you watch as the smoke now begins to enter into the cavernous mouth of the troll as it spreads across it. The rest of you now watch as the veins underneath the troll's skin shoot a blackness just down the veins of its arms. Before it kind of dissipates from his fingers. Troll's looking pretty hurt right now, guys. Tristan, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, nothing else.
Okay, Greymoor, you're up. Sicarius, you're on deck.
So Greymoor, initially shivering and frightened by the look of the troll, upon having that fear taken from him and into Basil, sort of swallows his fear, jumps onto the troll's knee,
and then off the chest into a backflip, fires his crossbow into his face.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn.
And he'll land after this, whether it hits or not. He'll land like off the ridge. So if I take fall damage for that, that's totally fine. Just let me.
Okay.
But yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
That is dirty 20.
Dirty 20 absolutely hits. As you bounce off the chest, you kind of almost swan dive in almost a slow motion fashion as you backflip over top of it. Pull in mid-air, pulling out 3 arrows. You pull it back within your crossbow and fire away. Go ahead and roll your damage, and because you have Oksana within range, you can go ahead and roll sneak attack damage as well.
Oh shit, huh? Right. Ooh. 14 points of piercing damage.
14 points of piercing damage. Letting it loose, you hit it 3 times, one in the chest, one in the shoulder, and one directly in the eye. The troll kind of lets out a howling pain as it grabs the side of its head. You watch as more of the blood now starting to trickle down its face, a greenish, putrid blood. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Grimoire?
From that position, he'll just use his bonus action to hide.
Okay. Okay.
Sort of like, I can't believe I just did that. And he's like hyperventilating, like back to the rocks, like freaking out.
Okay. As Jed kind of serpentines back and forth, he is going to go ahead and try and make another throat punch towards the creature, to the miner, and is successful in his hit. And you hear another coughing and gagging a moment later, and then a very tiny squish. And then Jed's yell out from a little bit further down the ridge. Yeah, got one!
Great job, buddy.
He throws a nice thumbs up to you as a bonus action. Sicarius, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right. With that climb, I should be able to get right next to him to hit, right?
You should, yep.
30 minutes?
Yep.
All right. Will this be okay right here, or do I need to go one more?
No, that should be fine. What's your movement speed?
30.
Yeah, you should be fine.
All right. As Sicarius climbs up and starts heading towards the beast, he now changes his greatsword back up into the normal. His eyes turn black a little bit as he tries to swing with all of his might. I'm going to send you back to the deep throats of hell that you came from. And I'm going to take a swing.
And you can do that with advantage if you want.
Oh, sweet. All right, that's a 22 to hit.
22 absolutely hits as your greatsword, the blackened end of it now shimmering a little bit, slices into the side of the troll. Go ahead and roll some damage for me.
And by doing that, I was channeling my divine smite.
Nice.
So that is 26 points of damage.
Well, in that case, Sicarius, do us a favor and tell us the tale of how you vanquished your mightiest foe.
Nice. Sicarius walks up to the creature as he swings his sword, chops him down behind his knees to get him to be more eye level, and then stabs him straight through the neck, straight down to kill the troll.
Nice. As the sword comes down, you watch almost in a surgical effort as its rib cage kind of pops open a little bit under its skin, tearing it down from stern to stem. The troll lets out a gargling noise as it tries to scream, as more of the ichor begins to pour out of it as it falls face down forward directly in front of Sicarius and Oksana.
Pull out my sword and I wipe it clean on his back.
Okay. With the 2 other miners fast asleep at this point in time, that's going to take us out of the combat initiative order.
V will rush over before anyone can throat punch anyone to both of the miners and and remove their curse or mind control or whatever it is.
Okay. You begin to do so. You run over and you can see that the miners' faces now become alleviated once more. The color now going directly back into their faces at this point in time. As V continues to work on the other miner, what's the rest of everybody else doing?
Hyperventilating.
Oksana will go over to Grimoire.
Okay.
Hey, little man, I saw what you did with the troll. Well done.
And she'll like give him a high five.
Thanks. Was nothing. You know me.
Excellent work.
He
You are
throws up a
getting-
little bit on the floor next to him.
Sicarius will just assist V in anything.
Okay.
Basil's gonna go. Oh, sorry. No, you go.
I was saying okay.
I will go to whatever bodies are on the ground and put the coins that they're due.
Okay. Basil, what are you
over
doing?
their eyes.
I'm going to go and sort of analyze the plaque troll and learn a little bit more about it.
Okay.
I don't imagine it's got anything of value, but like, just sort of remembering its size, the smell, like a whole bunch of different things that I can use in my stories and things.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just a straight intelligence check.
18.
As you kind of look over the body of the troll, you kind of poke and prod a little bit, finding that the blood of the troll seems to be acidic in nature. You kind of look over at Oksana and see the burn marks on her skin. Do with that information as you will.
Do I know how to treat acid burns? Like, is it an ongoing, like, kind of... Okay, so, mechanically, is Oksana melting right now?
No. She just
Okay.
it's just like a splash of acid that hit her skin.
Okay. I am going to... Okay, I don't have any glass bottles on me because I didn't pack any. But I do have an orb. And I didn't say whether or not the orb was hollow. I mean, could I potentially put some orc blood in this orb I have?
You can certainly try. You would have to try and smash open the orb in some kind of way without shattering it.
Without shattering it. Oh wait, I've got a bottle of ink. I'm gonna empty out my bottle of ink.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I'll make a little acid bottle.
Okay, fair enough. As Basil, you begin to take care of all of that. Sicarius, you make your way over to V, who's over top of one of the miners. You can see a strange look on the miner's face. And as you reach forward to grab onto V's shoulder, turning her around, you see a vicious look on her face, eyes now gone completely black, as a bit of black smoke seems to suck directly into her mouth. But that, my friends, is going to be a story for another day.
It's a good thing I have one more smite left.
What the hell, Basil? Oh god.
So I'm a vampire, apparently.
Old sucker.
Not quite. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the evening. I know we went a little bit over time. We're going to do the dice giveaway now. Hold on, let me see if I can bring that back up on stream
Last chance.
real quick. Make sure to go
Last
ahead
chance.
and do exclamation point roll in chat right now. See if you can win these lovely, lovely set of dice. The only caveat is that you do have to be following in order to win. Yeah, they could be yours.
Roll. Okay.
Rob. I'll just make you some. It's fine. You don't have to enter these things. You can just tell me you want them. Dear Lord in heaven. Whew. Well, guys, thank you so much. It was our 2-year stream anniversary tonight. I think that our lovely CC CEO, Raina, did a wonderful job thanking everybody, but I think that just to add on to that, it has been an absolute pleasure running games for you guys, both the players and the trippers at home. It has been an enormous, joyous occasion in my life. It is so fulfilling to have this outlet that not a lot of people have access to. For all the support that you continue to give us, whether just watching along, whether monetarily, whether telling your friends and family about it, whether you're with us on Twitch, on YouTube, on any of the things. Sincerely from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you so much for sticking around and watching our dumb faces. It's been an absolute honor and a pleasure. But with that said, I think that's where we're going to wrap up for the evening. Let me go ahead and close the entries. And if I can get a drum roll, please. Oh, yeah.
A drum roll. Oh, wait, I haven't done this all. Where's my... Oh, my God.
No, don't let her do it. Don't let her do it.
Don't.
And the winner of the lovely, beautiful dice... What do I usually say? Oh, yeah. The winner is the lovely, talented, unbelievably gorgeous individual known as Dread. Congratulations, Dread. If you are still with us, congratulations, my friend. If you're not, no problem. I will reach out to you directly and we'll get you a set of beautiful, beautiful dice. But with that said, let's go back over to here. And Bobby, help me out for a second.
Hey guys, 2 years. Wow. It's been a while, huh? What a crazy ride it has been. And what a crazier ride it will be when we release Careful Cantrip Platinum. An experience to be enjoyed by all, whether you have been here since day 1 or day 730 something. I don't know.
You're doing great.
I'm bad at math.
You're doing great. Keep going.
Boy, what an amount of time that I'm having to fill at this moment talking about the wonderful product that is Careful Cantrip Platinum. But is it a product? It's more of an experience, really. Experience that should be enjoyed for years and years to come. You're done, aren't you? You ready?
Oh yeah, no, I've been ready for a while.
Making me go.
Okay,
thanks.
Guys, we're going to go right over to our friends Thomas over at Quest and Chaos. Wonderful group of people over there. Make sure to use hashtag CCLoveRaid down in when you get over there, because we don't do any of the hate raids or anything around here. That's not really our jam. Yeah, Crimson's got it. Do that thing. But before we leave you for the evening, there is one last piece of wisdom that I'd like to impart on all of you. To all the adventurers out there. Whether decide with the nostrils or the highbrow. Whether finding yourself in a strange void in space talking to a goddess. Or whether attempting to battle the evils of plaque and gingivitis. I beg of you all, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip.
Brush your teeth.
Or that. Love all your faces. We'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Love you.
Don't forget to floss.
Bye.
Bye.